A little bit? Okay. So, yeah, so I want to get into, and hopefully not into a rant, but I want to get into a little bit of what has concerned and upset me about organized religion. It has been that way actually all of my life. I've been a truth seeker all of my life. By that I mean I've literally gone after whether or not there is a God, starting from that premise, finding out that there absolutely is. And then ultimately, after almost a big part of my chunk of my life, not till I was 50 years of age, coming to realize that Jesus Christ is the one and only way. And it's taken me a long time to do that. But what disturbs and upsets me is churches. And I'm afraid that churches, to a large extent, whether they realize it, although I think that they would have to, is that they've kind of are in the hip pocket of both government and of truthfully the enemy, because the government is actually, when you look up government, it kind of means that it's an enemy of itself. Governments are never there for the people. They pretend to be, and you could say more or less the God of this world pretends to be on your side, pretends to be a friend of yours when he wants nothing more than your demise, and that's the fact of the matter. So what causes this division? And you know, I'm a fairly new Christian, so I've only really gone to a couple of churches, and the second one now that I'm into. But I already see some things that are starting to kind of pry away in terms of true truth-seeking and speaking up for truth and being on the side of a church, and, well, we don't talk about those things. So I find sometimes I'm almost handcuffed in terms of things that I just automatically want to say, and recognizing that that's probably not going to be welcome here. So I just want to look at that and possibly what causes it, as well as a possible solution to it and how that solution would be. The Bible is being changed. You don't have to take my word for it. You can look it up. A woman that covers this very well is on a YouTube site called Extol Yeshua Always. Extol Yeshua Always, and her name is Kat. I don't know her full name, but she lays out a lot of these changes. I'm just going to read off one of these changes that should be huge. Anybody that reads their Bible, and this is part of the problem, that was part of my problem, not knowing the Bible very well before becoming a Christian, so that I could easily be deceived. There's a great many Christians that truthfully call themselves Christians, but they don't read their Bible every day. For those people that are reading their Bible every day, a lot of them are flabbergasted by the changes that are taking place, seemingly supernatural, although through technology, through CERN, where they're opening portals to other dimensions, and they're doing it deliberately, as well as quantum computers. You can research and look into all of this. You'll find that what I'm saying is true. But through those two technologies, they're altering our Bibles in some ways that are absolutely astounding and putting the enemy in the place of Jesus. Now, the example, and I'm not going to go